Hey, I'm so glad that you did call me. You know that you can totally call me anytime, even if we haven't spoken in a while. I'm here to listen and you're welcome to stay over. Do you want to stay over? Yeah, good, because I had a few things in mind that maybe would help you just relax a little bit and clear away the day. Maybe we could do a little bit of spa, a little bit of relaxation. I've got some cleansing stuff, and I've got a hairbrush, and I've got some books that I was reading recently, and maybe I could read to you a little bit before you go to sleep. How does that sound? Okay, good. I thought you'd like that. Should we start with a little face cleansing, just to sort of create a blank slate for you before you go to bed? Wash the day away a little bit. Yeah, let's do that. I have my micellar. I don't know how to say it. Is it micellar? Yeah, okay. My micellar water that I use before I go to bed, and some really nice. I got some eco pads, so that I'm not wasting stuff that unnecessarily. But they're really soft and really nice. So maybe we could start with that, and then do a little hairbrush. Does that sound okay? Okay, good. So let's get these pads out. These are the old pads, but I've got some nice soft new ones here. See, they're reusable and they're really nice material. So let's actually start with the eye makeup remover. It's especially to get off thick makeup on your eyes, and then we can move on to the micellar water. So give it a little shake. It's not too oily either, no. I know what they can be like. They just grease your eyes up, but this one will leave it clean. So just close your eyes. That close. Just do it like this to really spread it. There we go. Okay. Now I'm gonna do the other eye, okay? Let's just let that sink in for a second. And it makes it easier for it to get away all of the makeup, even the really thick mascara. Your makeup's looking great. At least that's one thing, hey? You need to teach me how you do your makeup. I barely ever wear makeup anymore. So let's move on to some of this. This is just for your whole face. It's gonna feel really cool in this hot weather. You're gonna appreciate this. So here we go. Just go over those eyes from before. There we go. See, that feels better, doesn't it? Nearly there. Do you want to just lift your chin? Thank you. Nice. Cool. There we go. Beautiful. Cool. Does that feel a bit more fresh now? I'm gonna put these in my little recycling bag. Yeah, I really recommend these. I just got them off Amazon. Come like this. Yeah. What are they called? That's a good question. They're called Greensla. GreenZla. Yeah, I'll just send you the link. I don't keep buying the cotton ones now, which is handy. Saves money and waste and whatnot, even though I know I did get them off Amazon, but you know. Cool, so I've got my hairbrush. This is really soft. It's that fancy brand. What are they called? Look, I've had it so long. Oh, here we go. It's called Denman. My mum always recommended Denman to me. I've had these hairbrushes since I was a kid. They're really good for fine hair. You've got quite fine hair like me, haven't you? They don't pull too hard and they're great for getting lots out, so I love the colour that you've dyed your hair, by the way. I had my hair a similar colour once, but it looks really good on you. The knots are coming out pretty easy. A little more knotty on the ends. Do you mind if I maybe use a little bit of spray? I could even spray your face a tiny bit because of the heat. It's still so warm, isn't it? Might help you cool it down a bit. Yeah, cool. I might use some on myself. It's nice and cooling, isn't it? That was nice. Okay. Yeah. That's what I thought. It's also just for the heat and the hair. Just gonna hold your head so I don't fall. So it has got a bit knotty in the wind. Yeah. Oh, I've never noticed it looking knotty before. It's not obvious because you've got beautiful curls, so that kind of covers up, doesn't it? Yeah. Starting to get a bit sleepy. Good. Just gonna go round the back. Yeah, there we go. Oh, that's so satisfying. Seeing it from going, I'm gonna use some spray actually, but yeah, seeing it from going fly away to a bit more sleek. It's very satisfying. Come around here as well. The back's looking really nice. Yeah, I do still sometimes trim Sarah's hair. I would definitely do yours if you trusted me. I think I'm alright. Because you've got long hair, it's easier. I probably wouldn't risk cutting your hair myself if it was short hair, but I've been cutting long hair for ages. I can do trims, I can put a bit of layering in, got taught the basics. I just wouldn't risk cutting someone's hair if they had a bob or a pixie cut. It's a lot more risky. A lot easier to get wrong. Oh, we're getting there. So thick. Oh, there's a little bit under here. I haven't got to yet. Let me know if I'm pulling. Right? That's what I thought. It's just super soft. I do miss having long hair. I'm trying to grow mine. Oh, thanks. It's a bit of an awkward length right now. Where's that spray? Ah, left it there. Just get these undertips. There we go. Do you mind if I just go a little, is that okay? A little bit more rough. I have got a comb as well. I might just try the comb for the shorter parts. Shorter parts, sorry, I meant knotty. The small knotty areas. Bear with me. Pretty sure it's in here. Got like hair dyeing stuff as well. We can do that sometime. Let me just. Ah, here we go. Yeah, I bleached my own hair. Well, I didn't do the main part. You can see my roots coming through. But I do my own roots and stuff now, so if you need help with yours, you keep yours such a vibrant colour. I can definitely, here we go. I can definitely help you re-bleach the roots. Haven't done them for a couple of months now, and they've only gone like that, so it's not too bad. Here we go. This is pretty satisfying, not gonna lie. Are you sure that's not spilling? Okay. Lost my water. Where'd I put it? You don't have to talk about it. Maybe we can talk in the morning. I feel like right now it's better to just kind of relax. If anything's really kind of not leaving your mind, obviously we can totally have a chat about that. Sometimes it is better to just get it out there, let it sit for a while. So for now you can also just try and enjoy relaxing feeling. Oh yes. You're nearly at a good point with your hair. How are you feeling? Good. It's definitely important to give somebody a call, and I'm glad that was me. You've done the same for me. sponge tomorrow. Just a tiny bit. Not much. Oops, I'm going to try and get that out with the brush actually. Nearly completely not free now. Look how much easier the brush goes through. Yeah, that's it, just close your eyes. I think we're nearly there. We could have a little read with one of these books. Just the first bit before we go to sleep. Okay. Right. So, you just get comfortable. And I'll tell you what books I have, and you can decide which one we'll read. I don't know, first chapter, first few lines, something like that. Okay. So, what I've been reading is 1,000 Suns, 1,000 Splendid Suns, sorry, and it's by Khalid Hosseini. I've actually never said his name out loud before. I read Kite Runner, and it was so good that I immediately bought 1,000 Splendid Suns. Yeah, it's amazing. So maybe we could start that. It is about, shall I read the blurb? Mariam is only 15 when she is sent to Kabul to marry Rashid. Nearly 2 decades later, a friendship grows between Mariam and a local teenager, Layla, as strong as the ties between mother and daughter. When the Taliban take over, life becomes a desperate struggle against starvation, brutality and fear, yet love can move people to act in unexpected ways and lead them to overcome the most daunting obstacles with startling heroism. Yeah, it does sound a bit intense. It's got quite a lot of dark events and storylines, but I feel like the blurb sums it up quite well. It's very uplifting as well in a lot of ways. Very beautiful, amazing storytelling. So that's something to think about. I have Bambi, which I haven't actually read before. I think I picked this up. Someone had put it up on the side of the street, and as you know, I'm quite obsessed with old children's stories and Disney and Pixar and stuff. So yeah, I wanted to give it a go. Looks like an old copy of it as well. Cover illustration by Sandy Nightingale. Have a look at that. Yeah, it's cute, isn't it? Felix Sultan. We've got that. Obviously, most people know the story of Bambi, but most people haven't read the book. It's not very long. You can read that quite quickly. Or I have The Fellowship of the Ring. I know that you like the movies because we've watched them loads of times. So this is an absolute great one. Have you read this before? What? You didn't tell me that you'd read this? Yeah, it's great. I haven't read all of it. You know what I'm like. I think I got like halfway through and forgot to finish reading it. So yeah, what are you thinking? I'm not gonna lie, I'm really glad you said that. Because I haven't read it. And it's a really cute story and it's probably perfect for the mood. So, are you comfortable? Do you want to settle down a bit? Cool. Well, you can just sit there. And after we've read a bit of this, when you start to feel tired, you can just get comfortable. I'll set the sofa up if you want your own space. Might be nice to have a bit of time to yourself. We'll put some candles on. Yeah? Okay, well, let's just see how we get along with this. I don't know how much I'm going to read, but I think we'll just see how it goes. Okay. He came into the world in the middle of the thicket, in one of those little hidden forest glades, which seemed to be entirely open but are really screened in on all sides. There was very little room in it, scarcely enough for him and his mother. He stood there, swaying unsteadily on his thin legs and staring vaguely in front of him, with clouded eyes which saw nothing. He hung his head, trembled a great deal, and was still completely stunned. "What a beautiful child!" cried the magpie. She had flown past, attracted by the deep groans the mother uttered in her labour. The magpie perched on a neighbouring branch. "What a beautiful child!" she kept repeating. Receiving no answer, she went on talkatively. "How amazing to think that he should be able to get right up and walk! How interesting! I've never seen the like of it before in all my born days. Of course, I'm still young, only a year out of the nest, you might say, but I think it's wonderful. A child like that, hardly a minute in this world and beginning to walk already. I call that remarkable. Really, I find that everything you dear do is remarkable. Can he run too?" "Of course," replied the mother softly, "but you must pardon me if I don't talk with you now. I have so much to do, and I still feel a little faint." "Don't put yourself out on my account," said the magpie. "I have very little time myself, but you don't see a sight like this every day. Think what a care and bother such things mean with us. The children can't stir once they are out of the egg, but lie helpless in the nest and require an attention, I repeat, of course, which you simply don't have any comprehension. What a labour it is to feed them, what a trouble to watch them. Just think for a moment what a strain it is to hunt food for the children and to have to be eternally on guard lest something happens to them. They are helpless if you are not with them, isn't it the truth? And how long it is before they can move, how long before they get their feathers and look anything like us at all." "Pardon," replied the mother, "I wasn't listening." The magpie flew off. "A stupid soul," she thought to herself. "Very nice, but stupid." The mother scarcely noticed that she was gone. She continued zealously watching her newly born. She washed him with her tongue, fondling and caressing his body in a sort of warm massage. The slight thing staggered a little. Under the strokes of her tongue, which softly touched him here and there, he drew himself together and stood still. His little red coat was still somewhat tousled, bore fine white spots, and his vague baby face, there was a still, deep, sleepy expression. Round about grew hazel bushes, dogwoods, blackthorns, and young elders. Tall sycamores, beeches, and oaks wove a green roof over the thicket, and from the firm dark brown earth sprang fern, fronds, wood vetch, and sage. Underneath, the leaves of the violets, which had already bloomed, and of the strawberries, which were just beginning, clung to the ground. Through the thick foliage the early sunlight filtered into a golden web. The whole forest, resounded with myriad voices, was penetrated by them in a joyous agitation. The wood thrush rejoiced incessantly, the doves cooed without stopping, the blackbirds whistled, finches warbled, the field mice chirped. Through the midst of these songs the jay flew, uttering its quarrelsome cry. The magpie mocked them, and the pheasants cackled loud and high. At times the shrill exulting of a woodpecker rose above all the other voices. The call of the falcon shrilled, light and piercing, over the tree-tops, and the hoarse crow chorus was heard continuously. The little form understood not one of the many songs and calls, not a word of the conversations. He did not even listen to them, nor did he heed any of the odours which blew through the woods. He only heard the soft licking against his coat that washed him and warmed him and kissed him, and he smelled nothing but his mother's body near him. She smelled good to him, and, snuggling closer to her, he hunted eagerly around and found nourishment for his life. While he suckled, the mother continued to caress her little one. "Bambi," she whispered. Every little while she raised her head and listened, snuffled to the wind. Then she kissed her fawn again, reassured and happy. "Bambi," she repeated.